Hello, my stamping friends. I am Deanna Blackman, Stampin' me.The, and this is Stampin' Thursday. And it's Mystery Make It Together Thursday. It actually is one of my favorite lives that I do because I enjoy looking for ways to create something different and then sharing it with you. And this is fun because yours is going to look totally different from mine. Hopefully you've gotten the list of supplies. I'm sorry. We've got all of our windows open. The weather is gorgeous. It's so cool. And we have all of our windows open, but you can only imagine what that does to my allergies. But you know what? It is so worth it. It is so worth it to have the windows open. I'm trying to look to see what the shadow is, and I don't know what that is. So, yeah, I can't get rid of it, so I'll do that. All right. So if you're watching this live, I hope that you will comment, let me know where you're from. Let me know if you're going to make the card with us. And if you're watching this on the replay, I hope you'll make along. I hope you'll make the card along with the replay with me and let me know. And I would love it if you went over to my group page, Stampin' me.The's Doings and Designs, and in the comments under the Mystery Make It Together, if you would take a picture of your card and post it there in the comments, I would love to see your cards. I would love to see what your card ended up looking like. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for being there. Thank you for watching, and I hope you're going along with the Make It Together too, because I just think it's so fun to see what you come up with. You really have no idea when you start, or I didn't when I started this. So anyway, the supplies that you were to gather were cardstock, your base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and basic white or very vanilla cardstock, and that would be 4 by 5 1/4. And then a designer series paper, a pattern paper, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then you need 4 1 3/4 inch squares of cardstock, the same that you used for your base. Now, you could make that when you do this again, if you play around with it later, you could make that different. I haven't done that yet, but it would be interesting to see how that would turn out. And then 4 1 5/8 inch squares of basic white or very vanilla, whichever you use to coordinate with your designer series paper. Then you need 3 elements or 3 images of some kind to fit on 3 of the 1 5/8 inch squares. And your sentiment should be no larger than 1 inch square. And then any gems or ribbon or anything else that you might want to add to it. So that's what you need to make this. And I hope that you have gathered those and that you're going to make it along with me. It is an easy card to make, but it's fun. And I think you'll enjoy it. All right. So like I said, if you're watching this, just say hi. Let me know that you're on. All right, we are going to get going with this Stampin' Thursday, Make It Together. Okay, I'm going to move my supply list. So the first thing you need is a card base. And I chose Pool Party for my card base. So we are going to take that card base and fold it on the score line and give it a good rub so that it makes it nice and tight, folded well. And then you are going to need a piece of white cardstock, basic white, and it's going to fit right there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my green glue. I like to get it to the edges. And I'm going to put that down, leaving a little border on every side. Getting it on here straight. All right. Then the designer series paper that you chose. And I am using the, what is it called? Nests of Winter? I never can remember. The stamp set's Winterly Treetops. Nests of Winter. The Nests of Winter designer series paper. So I'm going to use that, and it's going to go right there. I'm going to make sure my borders, it's a tiny border, little bitty border. I want to make sure that I get a little bitty border, that white showing all the way around the edge. Good morning, Kay. I'm so glad you're here. It's good to see you. Are you making this card with us? I hope you are. You'll like it. I know you like the Nests of Winter. So I'd be curious to know what you're using if you are making this with us. No, not today. Well, then you'll have to make it later, right? All right. So the next thing that you need are your little squares. So we're going to take a white and mat it with the cardstock. And we'll do this 4 times. So this will take me a minute to do, but there's number 1. Here's number 2. Get that moved over just a little bit. Are you loving this cooler weather, Kay? Isn't it wonderful? I could get spoiled to this really fast. Where's my, there it is, my 4th one. Okay. I could have done 3 of these ahead of time, but I didn't want to do that because if you're doing it with me, you're going to have to do it. So we might as well do this whole thing together, right? You know, Halloween is almost here. And then Thanksgiving is going to be here before we know it. Okay, here's the 4th one. All right, so now we've got those done. And what we're going to do is we're going to position these right here. Just like this. And I want them even. There we go. My hand's got a little bit of sticky on it. So I'm just going to put those down. This is a really simple design, but it is so pretty. It's so nice. Okay. Got that one. Have to give my glue a shake. Guess it's getting closer to the bottom. Okay, got that one down. Now I'm not going to put the last one down yet. In fact, well, on this one I guess I will, because I've already put the one down that I'm going to put my cinnamon on. So you probably want to do your cinnamon first before you put your squares down, and it'll just go on one of them. And I didn't do that. The first card I tried this out on, I put my cinnamon on this square, so I was waiting for that, but now I'm not doing my cinnamon on that square. I'm going to do my cinnamon on this square up here, and you'll see why in a minute. So this is sending thanks and much love. And I'm going to have to stand up to do it. Sending thanks and much love. All right. And now all we have left are our images. So I used the die and the paper for one of my images. I cut that one out of the paper. This one I fussy cut. And there's why. Because this hangs down into the square below. And that's why I didn't want to put my sentiment there. So I'm going to put these on with dimensionals. And I'm trying to use up this piece of leftovers, and I've cut some of them to be small. So I'm going to use those, and then I'll use a big one up here and a big one in the middle. Okay. So I'm going to get these off. Oh, there's that one. Don't stick on there. I guess I've had these dimensionals a while, and they're not coming off quite as easy. All right, so this one is going to go right here. There we go. There's that one. This one is going to go on this square. I'll just use all of these little ones. That way I don't have this piece hanging around. They're not coming off my hands. There it is. Well, only half of that one came off. All right, this guy is going to go right here. But I've got to move him in so that his tail doesn't hang off. There we go. Right there. Is that not cool? I just love that. And then on this square, I'm going to use, I die cut with the little stems that are in that set. I die cut some stems. And I'm just going to put these right there. Whoops, that one's going the wrong way. I figured that's not going to hurt if the tail of this bird hangs over the stems. Go under the tail. It will in a minute. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to do that. Kind of peel these back a little bit and get this one down first. That one will be second. Come on. Okay. I'll put this one down first. And then this one is going to go second. You don't need much glue. This one's going to go right under that tail. This one's going to go third. Too much. I'll get one of my little rags and get some of that off. This one's going to go third. It'll go right there. And then this one's going to go on top. It'll go right here. I do have a fifth one. I could put it right here. Why not? All right. And then I've got some twine. This is linen thread. That one needs to go down. There. So I'm gonna, if I can get my sticky fingers around this thread, I'm gonna tie a bow. I'm gonna try to get the glue off my fingers. I'm gonna try this again. Hi, Sharisa. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I see that you see things every now and then, and it's just good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It has been a long time since I have seen Sharisa. A long time. All right. So here's this. Sharisa, do you make cards? I think I didn't know you were a card maker. All right, we've got our, it wants to turn, but that's all right. That's what linen thread does. So we're going to use a glue dot and get our bow down. All right. You know what? It didn't come off. I told you this roll of glue dots does not come off easily. It does not. All right. There. I got it. Get it on the bottom of it. And I'm going to put it right here. Right here on top of my twigs, and then I'm going to trim some of this off. All right. So now I do want to, and I didn't put this in the measurements. I didn't put the inside, but you do want to do an inside. So I just took some of the designer paper, and I'm going to put it right here at the bottom. And I just used, what was it? The, I think it was the Unbounded Love. The Unbounded Love die set. And cut this little piece from one of the coordinating pieces in that set. And I'm just going to put it right there. Just a little focal piece. Picks up the the pool party color. Then I'm going to put this on the inside of the card. And we have finished our card. I told you it was easy, didn't I? I told you it was an easy card. It is, but isn't it stunning? I love the way it highlights the designer series paper. Okay, there we go. We are done with our card. We're done with it. Isn't that awesome? Now I have a thank you card. I am always sending thank you. I need more thank you cards. So it is done. If you wanted to add gems, you could. I didn't, but you could. So using these supplies, not many, not much, you can make such a pretty card. Let me show you the one I did first. This is the one I did first. And on this one, I used the A Little Bit Festive designer series paper for this. And then out of that set, out of that Little Bit Festive, you also get a sheet of pop-outs, cardstock pop-outs, little images. So I used those in my boxes and put my sentiment right here. So, two very different cards, but made from the same design. The same design. All right. Well, I would love to see yours. I would love to see what you do. So, go over to Stampin' me.The's Doings and Designs. It's my group page. And on that page, you can add a photo in the comments. And I would love to see your cards that you make. All right. Well, it's short. That was short and sweet, wasn't it? Not a hard card to do at all, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next week. Next week, we're going to scrapbook. I would have added a little bell to the Christmas one. Oh, you could have. You could have. That would be great. That would be great. All right. So next week, we're going to do a scrapbook layout using parts of one of the kits that Stampin' Up! Is now offering. So I hope you'll join me for that. And I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. Enjoy this cool, cool weather. All right, I am signing off. God bless you. Bye-bye.